All right, we are looking live and ready, good to go. All right, hello everyone. Happy Friday to you. Hope everyone is doing well at the end of another busy week for me. But it's time to get ready for the weekend, and I am really excited for the stream tonight. If you were here for the last few months, you know that I've been going through the Mega Man X games, and I completed Mega Man X8 last week, which was fantastic. Highly recommend you guys check out those VODs if you haven't seen them already. I had a lot of fun. So the big question came, what do I stream next? Taking a break from Mega Man for a while, because my channel was turning into the Mega Man channel for a while there. And, you know, as I was brainstorming between then and now, I said to myself, I forget what prompted this, but I was actually looking through my physical collection. And then I realized that, you know, I still have a love for fighting games, even though I haven't really played them seriously for a while. And I remember that as a kid, my most frequently played console was the Game Boy. And my love of fighting games started way back in '91 with Street Fighter 2. And when I received a copy of Street Fighter 2 for Christmas '96, I think, my mind was blown because, you know, as a kid, just the idea of having a portable version of this amazing fighting game was like something I couldn't even comprehend. And I played a shit ton of this game and all the fighting games that I owned as a kid. And, you know, I played them obviously just, you know, as you would as a kid. But now that I have all these years of not just gaming experience, but fighting game experience behind me, I can kind of come back and see these games for what they are. And honestly, I've grown to kind of appreciate what they did and what they kind of meant for my love of fighting games. You know, they had to obviously compromise in dozens of ways in order to get these games to fit on the portable cartridges of the Game Boys, the various Game Boys, right? But it didn't diminish the experience, at least to me. You still get it, like you still get the basic experience of playing these fighting games, even with the, you know, obviously limited graphics, limited audio. And I told myself, you know what? I don't think these games get talked about enough. Oh, these versions, the versions of these games, the portable versions, the Game Boy versions of these games don't get talked about enough. And so I was like, you know what? Since I own a few of them, I'll do a showcase. I'll just play through a couple of them and kind of go through and see like how developers have, well, I guess mostly Capcom, because it's mostly Street Fighter I'm going to play, but I have another game that I'll throw in the mix that honestly doesn't get talked about enough, but really should. And just kind of like, you know, show that you don't necessarily need the latest graphics or, you know, the most expensive technology in order to make memorable experiences in gaming. And so that's what tonight's going to be all about. I have 4 games on deck, starting with Street Fighter 2, released in 1995 for the Game Boy. Following that up with Primal Rage, also released luckily, as I was doing research, Primal Rage released about 2.5 weeks after Street Fighter 2 for the Game Boy. And the difference between the quality, well, in terms of like the animation, is almost night and day. And I'll talk a lot about that as I get to it. Then, after that, is Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dreams for the Game Boy. Probably my favorite of the bunch. It is really well made for what it was, and when I play it, I'll show you why. And then I'll round it off with the Game Boy Advance version of Street Fighter Alpha 3, which also has to be, you know, just you have to kind of just stand in awe of what they were able to do with such a complicated fighting game brought down to the Game Boy Advance level. And I can't wait to share and play these games and talk about them with you. So, starting off with Street Fighter 2, we'll just do an arcade run. You know, these games don't have a lot of different options. Notable is that Street Fighter 2 actually has a versus mode that you link up to you take a link cable and link up to someone else's copy. In the years I've owned this game, I've only maybe done that twice. Because, to show you how rare of an opportunity that is. But it's a lot of fun. And so, yeah, you've got normal and survival. Let's see. Game level 2. Yeah, just because I remember the CPU actually being pretty challenging. I'm going to keep it at 2 for now. And if I kind of blaze through it, I'll do a second run with another character. And yeah, kind of just go through each game's arcade mode and talk about it, and hope you enjoy. So let's do this. Alright, so as you'll know, the roster is a little bit truncated for obvious reasons. The Game Boy can only hold so much data. And so we're missing Honda, Dalsim, Vega for the roster on the Game Boy version. But you know, the main players are still here. I mostly played Ken as a kid, and he's the character that I sort of acclimated to the most. So we're gonna go with that. Oh, starting up with Guile. Let's go. All right. So the first thing about these games is that obviously the Game Boy only has 2 buttons. And these are 6-button fighters. Oops. So what they ended up doing was compromising by having only 2 strengths of attack, light and heavy. You do a light attack by lightly tapping the punch button or the kick button, and you do a heavy attack by doing a long hard press. So they were context sensitive. Very, very sensitive, by the way. They're not the best, they're not the most, it's not the easiest to just kind of like hop in and play. So I had to kind of like practice before the stream started to kind of like get the feel for it, because you know, I'm so used to playing the more modern versions of these games. But once you kind of figure it out, it becomes a little bit more intuitive. And if you noticed when I in the previous round, when I did the Shoryuken with Ken, it was a flaming Shoryuken, and as you can see there, that's because even though this game is called Street Fighter 2, it incorporates elements from what was the most recent version of Street Fighter 2 at the time, Super Street Fighter 2, The New Challengers. I don't think ST was out yet. Because I think ST came out in '96 in Japan. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump. Okay. But, go for the win. Let's go. And the other thing that stood out to me for these games was the music. Some you'll notice as I go through these games that some incorporated the toned down versions of the music better than others. I think this game did a really good job of staying true to the original themes within the 8-bit constraints. And I think you know, it has to be lauded. And for the ones that didn't quite nail the audio, I don't hold it against it too much. They had a lot to work with, and it was just a miracle that these games were on the Game Boy in the first place. Oh damn! You like how they jump behind the life bars? Hey, Pokey, yeah, isn't that yeah, that was almost a necessity because, you know, the Game Boy didn't do transparency well because of the lack of colors. So you have to kind of like, they kind of have to it's another one of the compromises that they did, you know? And if you're really good, you could actually do combos too. Alright, there you go. And I like the music. I like the themes in this game so much. There's a music player in the options menu. I would just throw on my headphones and like listen to the entire soundtrack without like, when I was like sick of playing the game. Down. You gonna jump? Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Attack me if you dare, I will crush you. Brazil! Alright, this is where this is where I might take my first L. I hated fighting Blanca in this game. But maybe because I have the CPU level a little toned down, it might be manageable. We'll see. Shot me there. Okay. I think that was a... I think it was a cheap kill because he was blocking there. Yo, what's up, Oro? Yeah, it looks bad. That I do agree with. It looks really bad. But the fact that they were able to get it on Game Boy in the first place is just amazing to me. Good boy. Oh, nice knockdown. Wait for you to jump. Ah. Gotcha. No, the music is great. I was just saying, like, the music, I think they really did a good job with, you know, making the chiptune versions really listenable. Like I was saying earlier, I would just there's an option to listen to all the tracks in the options menu, and as a kid, I would just throw on my headphones and listen to all the tracks one by one. Like, you can just like, Ken's theme, obviously, iconic. Guile's theme earlier, iconic. And they're all here. Uh-oh. Ooh, nice. That was close. Gotcha. Oh, you were able to block that. Okay. So because the game runs at such a slower frame rate, it's kind of hard to do things like reversals and meaties, obviously. But, you know, you're not really paying attention to that in the portable versions. However, in the more advanced versions of these games, they're absolutely doable. Sword you can. Alright, so that's 3 down. It's Ryu time. Good block. Oh, I got a reversal off somehow. They blocked yours. Gotcha. Ah, I'm supposed to... DP didn't come out there. Sure you can. Alright, do we have... yes, we have our Russian representative, Zangief. This guy scared me as a kid. This guy was really tough for me to beat. What? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Nice. Not bad for not having touched this game in over 20 years. At least this version of this game. Alright, we are back to, we're up to the Grandmasters now. Ooh boy. Gotcha. Oh, nice. Oh, you got me good there. Ooh, caught me jumping. Oh, you jumping that time. Oh, he's got me. Oh, get out. Get off me. Hadouken! And since we don't have Vega in this version, we go straight to Sagat. I actually really like how they did Sagat's theme in the Game Boy version. It sounds really good. Ooh, nice uppercut. Oh boy. Alright, and now we have the last boss himself, General M. Bison. Bison's theme is also done really well here as well, honestly. How did that not hit him? Ooh, I like that cross up there. I was wondering when you're gonna actually do a move. That's that. I seem so... You actually do get the character endings. But I think you have to beat the game on higher than level 2, which is I think what I have it here. Oh, and I didn't have enough time to put in my full initials. Alright, that's fine. Oh, so it actually went up to 3 automatically. Okay, let's do another run. Shouldn't take that long. And then hopefully this time we'll get the ending. I starting off with Zangief this time. CPU starts getting more aggressive here. So I am going to start losing more. Oh, I gotta get... Oh. Yeah, it's gonna start getting harder. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oof. It is such a big difference between the default difficulty and just like one level higher. All right. Jeez. Start anti-airing more. Oh, God. Ooh, this might be harder than I think. Ooh, good throw. Man, I might not be able to do this. Oh, there it is. Spinning pile driver. Get out. There we go. Okay, I got you. Whew. Damn. Ooh, what a DP. Uh-oh. Start chucking that plasma. I'm done. Yeah, you got me. CPU is so much more aggressive now. And when I was a kid, I actually used to beat this on the hardest difficulty. It wasn't easy, but I used to do it. Can't do that now, though. I keep getting the jump on me. I'm dead. Gotcha. God damn. what a big DP. So close. Oh, come on. I had that. Damn. I could do this. Done too soon. Oh, finally. On the board. That wasn't easy. Yeah, I might be able to do it on this difficulty. So I'm gonna give it one more shot and then I'm gonna switch to the next game. Damn. Should not have taken that long. But I am severely out of practice. Oh god. Oh. This might be the showstopper right here. The KOF games on Game Boy are really good. Yeah, those are actually I was actually talking about that with a friend last night. I'm gonna try to hunt those down and see if I can do when I do the part 2 of this. What is up, Driver? How you doing tonight? Yeah, this. God, I hate Blanca. Ah. And another SNK fighting game that's also really good in the Game Boy is Samurai Showdown. That is a really good port of that game. That I'm also gonna. I'm here for video games and bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. I hear that, man. Glad to hear it. Ah, Get over here. Finally. Stupid ass character. Oh boy. All right. I don't feel like fighting Blanka anymore, so I'm gonna switch games. But that was Street Fighter 2 for the Game Boy, ladies and gentlemen. That would be, you know, I don't know if it was the first. It may not have been the first. It may have been one of the first, but definitely one of the earlier fighting game ports for the Game Boy. And there are many more, as Diver just said. The King of Fighters was brought in. There's Samurai Showdown. World Heroes 2 Jet is another one I played when I was a kid that I thought was really good, and also Killer Instinct. Oh, and Mortal Kombat 2. Very, very good port for the Game Boy there. Yeah, Killer Instinct was phenomenally done on the Game Boy. Mortal Kombat 2 also really good. Not 1. 1 was bad. So alright, guys, I'm gonna switch games. So just give me like 2 minutes to get everything set up, and be back. And I'm back. Alright. This one's gonna be fun. This is Primal Rage for the Game Boy. Primal Rage, if you're not familiar, is a fighting game developed by Atari. And it involves prehistoric dinosaurs who are in. Actually, it's technically gods that embody the spirits of like good and evil, hunger, insanity, decay, and what was the other one? Life and hunger, I think. In the form of prehistoric beasts like dinosaurs and apes and stuff like that. Originally came out in arcades in like '94, and it could be best described as a loving homage to Mortal Kombat, except with dinosaurs. It's got fatalities, it's got a lot of gore, and just this thing was a spectacle. It really stood out from other fighting games at the time because of the characters, because of the design of the game, and even in the way it controlled. Like, you do special moves by holding 2 buttons instead of like normal commands. And the developers went on record saying that the only reason for that was just so that it would stand out from other fighting games at the time. I didn't play much of the arcade version, but when I got my hands on this game when I was a kid, I played this version quite a lot. And as you can probably see, by the way the game moves, it moves a lot faster than Street Fighter. The animations are a lot more detailed. They run a lot smoother, and there's no slowdown. There's a lot of slowdown on Street Fighter, but this game stays pretty consistent with its frame rate, and that's something that has to be lauded for the developers who brought Primal Rage down to the Game Boy. So the compromises made obviously are the graphics, the music, which honestly, just like Street Fighter, I think the tunes translated very well to the Game Boy sound, and the lack of so there's supposed to be 7 playable characters, but in this version there are 6. The character of Vertigo was omitted for space constraints. So unfortunately, Vertigo fans will have to look elsewhere to play her. But for this game, quite good for what they were able to do with it. Now for this port, very bare bones. It's got a game mode and a training mode. That's it. And you can see the credits. So not a lot to do once you've kind of gotten your hands on the game and mastered it. So let's see, we've got Soren, Talon, Blizzard, Diablo, Armadon, and Chaos. I played a lot of Soren and Diablo and Blizzard. But I'm gonna start with Soren tonight. Ooh, nice. Yeah, the CPU can do combos in this game. Diablo just whooped my ass. Ooh, nice. Gotcha. Oh. Oh, nice. Good counter. Gotcha. Oh, you bitch. What? Oh, I was about to do my fatality on you. But I'll take it. Ooh, Armadon. Gotcha. Oh, damn, that was a combo too? This could get dicey. Dead. Oh, and that's the other thing. You only get, I think, 10 is the maximum credits you can get to continue before you don't, you have to start all over from the beginning. Which I always thought was kind of weird, like, why would they give you a credit system in the home console version? Oh, nice knockdown. What? Man, Amadon is hard. Ah, gotta get my timing back. There we go. The classic Sauron combo there. There we go. Fatality. Alright, 2 down, 4 to go. Ah, Talon. Talon could be really annoying. Got me. Yeah, some of the songs could be better in this one. I think Armadon's theme from before was good. This one, not so much. Oh, just run up throw? Really? Gotcha. Yeah, they tried. They definitely tried. I don't know how they not kill. Yeah, the dev on that one must have I don't know, did some programming voodoo, I guess. Uh-oh. You jerk. Gotcha. Fatality for you, buddy. Alright, 3 more to go. Blizzard! Oh god, this guy sucks. If you just, yeah. He's basically Gorilla Sub-Zero. Oh. So one thing about Primal Rage, and I think a big reason of why it wasn't as popular as it was, it is not a balanced fighting game at all. There are clearly like characters that are way too strong, way stronger than others, honestly. And Blizzard is one of them. He's just too strong. Like, he actually even has a loop in this game. Like, sure about that? Yeah, I'm very sure about that. I was doing some reading up on the history of this game, and a big complaint about people, a big criticism of it was that, like, in the arcade version, certain dinosaurs just had severe advantages over the rest of the cast, and because Blizzard he essentially has a loop where he can freeze you and loop you endlessly. If I was before I switch to the next game, I'll see if I could try to replicate it. But yeah, I forget who else was kind of overpowered. May have been Vertigo, but I can't vouch for her since she's not in the game. Ah, damn it! Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Come on, just need one more combo. Gotcha. No, I just need to... Yes! Got him. Also, I feel like also the CPU reads inputs. Ah, jeez. Oh my god. Here we go. Dead. There we go. Shit. Shit! Oh, I want a fatality you! Ah, whatever. Alright, that's 4 down, 2 to go. So the mirror match, I think, will be last. Yeah. Chaos. Yeah, and the CPU can do combos too. Oh god. That was a bit of a shit show. There we go. Aww. I didn't get to do my fatality because I was in the middle of a combo. Alright, mirror match and then the boss rush. Ooh, you bitch. What? Gotcha. Man, I didn't realize there was so much dithering in this one, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Ooh, nice. I'll win this one by timeout, I hope. Phew! Alright, boss rush time. So instead of a final boss, Primal Rage has you fight all of the gods one after another in a kind of survival mode. Nice. Oh, that's the end of me. Next. Whoa, you bitch. Yo, what's up, Oyster? Sora Mirror, yep. It's ugly. It's pretty ugly. Oh, you bitch. It's just a lot of fireballs and earthquake jumps. Oh boy. Oh, what? Shit. Gotcha. Okay. Enough of this nonsense. Ugh. Diablo. Ugh. Oh shit. Asshole. Gotcha. They're going to leave Blizzard for last. Oh shit. What? Blizzard or Chaos? Blizzard. Of course he comes in with the fucking freeze breath nonsense. And here we go. God, I hate Blizzard. Sorry, take that back. I hate fighting Blizzard. Using Blizzard is great. Uh-oh. Whew, and last but not least, Chaos. It's one of those... Was that it? I'm done. Alright, that was unfortunate. I could not become the ruler of the new Earth. That doesn't really matter. I'd like the score sticks anyway. Alright, so before I switch to the next game, I'm gonna try to see if I could show you the Blizzard loop. Who would be... Let's see, Amadon might be the easiest. Alright, I have to freeze it. Okay, here we go. So the loop involves doing his Mega Punch, and then just basically looping Mega Punch after you freeze your opponent. So, kind of like that. I'll see if I can try to do it in the next round. Yeah, the timing is really precise though. There it is, I got it. So basically, you do that all day, and you win with Blizzard. To the moon, Alice! And that was Primal Rage. All right, now we're getting to what I think is the highlight of this exhibition. Street Fighter Alpha for the Game Boy Color. So, once again, let me switch games and be right back. And I'm back. All right, before we continue, let me just do some quick shout outs. Zyber, what have you been playing recently? Ooh, games and demos. I don't know what demo. Alright, so this is Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dreams for the Game Boy Color. In my opinion, one of the most well-made fighting games for the Game Boy Color. Obviously, taking an advanced game like Street Fighter Alpha to the Game Boy Color, you have to make some compromises. But I think this game, what it sacrificed, ended up making the game as close as possible to its parent versions as possible. This is also basically a single player experience. There's only 2 modes in the game. An arcade mode and a training mode. That's it. And I think the entire roster is here. There are even 2 hidden characters in Dan and Akuma, which you have to get in random select. There's also a couple options to increase the damage, the speed. Goes up to Turbo 2. I like it at normal. Oh, of course, buddy. You're most welcome. Oh, and by the way, Oyster, I don't know if you'll be able to hang around towards the end, but I have a new outro that I made per our discussion early in the week that I was telling you about. Yeah, I definitely want to hear your thoughts on it. It's my first time, so it may not be the most seamless, but I thought it suited. I think it's a good outro for my channel personally. And also, you knowing me as you do, you'll understand why I chose this particular scene to make the outro. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so very bare bones stuff here. There's an easy, you can adjust the difficulty. I think the default difficulty is good enough. Speed is normal. You can even do up to 5 rounds. Set your time limit. Damage low, normal, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's do maybe a couple runs. Because I did some practice off stream, and I seem to be doing okay. But we'll see. So the characters I played the most was Ryu. He just really kind of worked for me. And second most was Rose, but I'm not as good with her in this version. But maybe I'll try a run with her as we go. But what's striking is that, like, despite the game being an 8-bit, they got really close to trying to nail the experience. Like, you can do combos. You can even like time your reversals. They've got alpha counters. And the CPU can give you a decent challenge. So I played a crap ton of this game. This was just like the perfect, just like, I'm waiting from waiting at the laundromat, lunch break at school or something like that. Just pull out and go a couple rounds against the CPU. It was a lot of fun. And I found that playing it again, knowing how to play fighting games properly, only enhances that. So I'll try to show you guys what I mean. And this thing runs at a smooth frame rate, like very, very smooth. It's so responsive too. So as you can see, it's come a long way here. Yeah, it got camera pans, yeah. They really did a good job with this game. I have to tell you. Gotcha. And the slowdown after the KO and so good. I even think they did a good job with the soundtrack. And you got combos, baby. And so just like in the Street Fighter 2 version, your lights and your heavies are determined by the strength of the button press. Good frame rate and the motion is smooth, reducing sprite sizes. Yeah, absolutely. The reduction in sprite size like definitely helps with the frame rate. And there's like not even a... I think the only drops are when certain supers happen. Like Ryushin Kodoken might slow things down a bit, but it's very inconsequential. This game feels like a dream to play. I really enjoy this game. Ooh, nice. And I think that was the problem with like Street Fighter 2. They made the sprites too big, so the game runs a lot slower. But even though the sprites are like, you know, very small here, you can still like, make out who's who. And also the backgrounds are gorgeous. I think they did a really good job with the backgrounds here. Uh-oh. Nice. Gotcha. Yeah, having it Game Boy Color exclusive definitely helps. Yeah, 100%. Gotcha. Yeah, it's crazy the difference a color palette makes. Like it's in the presentation alone. And that's why I thought I'd do it in like release order, so you could kind of see like how these games have progressed on the handheld, you know, with the increase in technology. Alpha Current Grass. Uh-oh. Nice. Gotcha. With the 3-piece. Oh shit. Oh boy. Oh, you got combos. You got combos. Gotcha. combos feel really nice to execute too. Oh, with the Daigo punch. Psychic DP. Ah, Birdie. Ah. Birdie gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. I just couldn't figure out his AI pattern, but the couple practice matches I had offline, I was doing okay. Gotcha. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Gotcha. Is that cheese? Nice. Ah, good old cheese. Guy is troublesome. Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. Mm. Damn. Good punish, good punish. I'll take that trade. Oh, nice. Oh, nice air throw. Gotcha. Alright, and reuse last boss, of course. Is Sagat. Ooh boy, he's got combos. So do I. Mash DP, that's cool. Bye. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Ouch. Good punish. Nicely done. Definitely gonna run that back. Ooh, nice. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Oh, my upper counter. Shit. Gotcha. Oh, what the fuck? Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, I got lucky there. Wow. I hate you, Ryu, more than ever. It's not over. You will die. Sagat stares hard. Ryu ignores him. Ryu feels empty and very upset. Is that a great? You are weak. Sayonara. One more thing. A true warrior fights with skill, not anger. Ryu leaves Sagat behind. As he walks away, he meditates on the true way of the warrior. Yeah, so obviously truncated versions of the character endings had to happen for due to the constraints of the Game Boy Color, but this game is so much fun to play. I think the team behind at Virgin Interactive did an amazing job. Let me see. I'll do another run. I'll see if I can try to get either Dan or so there are two hidden characters, Dan and Akuma. Let's see. How my score did. P R. Ah, nice. First place. Okay, cool. But you have to get them in random select. So this might take a couple attempts before I can get either one of them. We'll see. Damn. Didn't work. Damn. I used to be pretty good at figuring out when to get him. Yeah, I got Dan. Awesome. Thank you, Rudla. Let's do a Dan run. It's probably gonna be hard because dance obviously is bad, but do my best. There we go. Saikyoryu-da. Rakusho! Of course, Dan being the only character in the game who can taunt more than once per round. Winner is Dan Hibiki. What? Where's my DP? I'm trying to throw you. Uh-oh. Whew, that was close. Oh, no perfect. Saikyoryu-da! Gotcha. Man, it feels really nice to pull off combos in this game. They did a fantastic job. I mean, you do have to be precise with your pressure-sensitive inputs. Ooh, we got to fight Sodom. Nice. Or you can. Oops, I meant to taunt there. Oh boy. I think this is actually a really bad matchup for Dan. Well, not that there are any good matchups for Dan, but... Got that safe jump there. Shit. Nice. Shit. You got me good. Oh, my alpha counter missed. Oh boy. There we go. All right. Oh no! Phew, didn't get the full combo off. Man. My ass kicked. Wow. Okay. Well, the problem now is I have to try to get him again if I want to continue the run. Well. So much for that. Alright, well, this might be a good time and any to switch to the final game on the list. Street Fighter Alpha 3 for the Game Boy Advance. This one kind of builds upon what it's the same developer and the same team who converted Alpha 1 to the Game Boy. They also did the one for the Game Boy Advance. And also a really polished port. My only gripe with it is that the audio, they didn't do quite as good a job with the audio as they did with this port. But everything else is stellar, as you'll see in about 2 minutes. So let me go set up for that, and I'll see you in a bit.
And I'm back. Now this is Street Fighter Alpha 3. Technically Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. The Game Boy Advance. This is a enhanced version of Alpha 3 that adds a couple new characters. Specifically Final Fight characters such as Maki, well, actually the only Final Fight character. They add Maki, they add a third strike character, Yun, they add Io from Street Fighter 1. What else did they add? Guile from the home console version of Alpha 3. So, with the more powerful hardware that Game Boy Advance, they were really able to make something very close to a home console experience in your pocket, basically. So since the Game Boy Advance has 2 extra buttons, what they did they gave you all 3 strength of kicks and punches. For medium attacks, you have to do attacks, which is it takes a little getting used to. At least it did for me at first, but then it becomes kind of intuitive when you're trying to figure out like what to do. And it has been a while since I played this version, so this one will take a little bit of time for me to get used to. But I'll make the most of it. This one is notable because it was the first portable Street Fighter game where I could use my main Cammy. This is so she technically appeared in Tokyo Revival a couple years before, but I didn't know that game yet. I'll try to acquire it and see if I can showcase it for the next time I do showcase it. And yeah, so so compared to Alpha 3, Alpha 1, where they have to like cut a bunch of modes, this has everything. You got single player, you got survival mode, you got versus, training mode, final battle, dramatic. I think the only version that's missing from the home console version is World Tour, which makes sense because the Game Boy Advance wouldn't be able to do that. But everything else is here, and I think this version also keeps track of your scores. So like, yeah, I still have all the scores that I did from all these years ago. And yeah, let's first play the training mode. Try to get right there. So is light punch. L plus B is medium punch. And B is hard punch. Light kick, medium kick, hard kick. What about technology? Having an assassin of shadow. made to be a perfect soldier. Okay. Oh, no, shut. You are not perfect. There's no idea. Who's first? One of the many compromises I had to make was compressing certain voice clips instead of using their originals. So if you'll notice, Sakura's voice clips are actually Ken's just pitch up. My voice is global. Oops. Oh, that's not good. I don't know what's causing that. Oh, it's bad? Yikes. Alright. Give me 1 sec, guys. Try to fix that. Testing 1. How's that? check. Ooh. Wow, it's really bad. Why is that not happening? Sorry, one sec, guys.
Check. Check. I think that sounds better. Okay. Phew. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what caused that. I had to disconnect and reconnect my mic. Yeah. Technology. It happens. All right. As I was saying, Sakura's voice is not the voice you're used to in her original game. It's just reused pitched up. And they did that to save space. Uh-oh. Nice. Oh, what? Nice. Here's my color. Oh, damn. They also made the AI really strong in this version. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wake up, Super! What's up? Well, used to work every time. I love the fact that the game loads so fast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, next up. Again. Uh-oh. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Very nice, very nice. Uh-oh. Gotcha. Ugh. Here's the run killer right here. Oh man. Oh, I'll take it. Oh, bitch. Ugh. Stop jumping around. Damn it. Gotta catch up to sleep, so unfortunately we'll make the end of the stream, but these games are cool to see. Alright, thank you, Oyster. Well, appreciate you always hanging out. Make sure to catch the outro and the VOD when you can, and let me know what you think. Alright, buddy? Have a good night, man. Oh, damn it. Oh, dear. Whew. Honestly, I should probably be getting close to catching some sleep as well, because we spring forward tomorrow. So I should try to get my body acclimated to that, because I get hit hard. So I guess what I'll do is I'll play until I lose. And then I'll call it there. Uh-oh. Ooh, boy. Gotcha. Don't taunt at me. Get out of here. Wrong super. Smashing also. Wiesen. Whew. Game's giving me a workout. Uh-oh. Save the run. I'm dead. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Alright guys. That was it for my showcase of retro fighting games for the Game Boy. Starting from the Game Boy original, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. This was a lot of fun. I had a really good time showcasing these games. I think, we don't talk about them enough, about the at least the good ones. Portable games had a lot of good fighting games, and I think as the technology got better, you found more and more better ones to play. And I do think I'm going to try to acquire some more for my collection. Just off the top of mind, I'll try to acquire probably KOF 96 for the Game Boy, Killer Instinct, Samurai Showdown, Power Quest for the Game Boy Color, which is one that I've only played like once or twice, but has a good reputation. And I have to figure out. Oh yes, Turbo Revival. That'll be the headliner for the next time I do this for the Game Boy Advance. All right, guys. I'm gonna try to find someone to raid. Let's see. Who are we raiding tonight? Let's see. Rated Zofar before. Xanadu. Alright, you know what? Reckless Donk. We haven't raided them in a while. And they are playing some Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. And it looks like they're pushing for partners. So let's go raid them and help them out get that partner. That Twitch partner program. Alright, guys. Sword is going back in the sheath. It's been a good one. I hope you guys had a lot of fun as much as I did. And I will see you guys on the next stream. So speaking of, it'll be tomorrow, and I'm going to stream Super Mario Brothers 3. So it'll be the first time I stream this game, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So guys, go check out the Reckless Donk. Tell him I said what's up. Throw him a like, throw him a subscribe, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.